my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Cancer to full moon in Capricorn, June into July 2022? I am your reader. Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 years in service. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box and you can preview the first bunch of pages for free, including the dedication to my mother, who I love more than life itself, gay man that I am. And I am a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, given the full, authentic, mystical tea over there. The truth, the tea, the shade, and maybe even some pink lemonade. I am, after all, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal, and I hope you do, because I am here to serve, well aware of what's going on planet Earth at the time of this recording. Been going through all sorts of personal healing, reaching out to my sisters around the United States, virtually, as well as literally, with the overturning of Roe versus Wade, which makes these readings a little bit more important. And before we dive in, explaining what this is all about, let me just say that the fulfillment of your heart's desires, you doing what you incarnated to do in this lifetime, it's what's going to shift this planet more from the toxicity of the lead and the fear and the illusion of separation into the gold, the truth, the unity, the unconditional love, a more golden timeline than a leaded timeline, healthier than toxic. And that's what these readings are about. So, yeah, the new moon and the full moon reads that I do here, the waxing and the waning moon reads, are probably the most important thing I do, because they are timed reads, not timeless. Let's get down to business. If you're new to the channel, 5-card draws, 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints, as I said, about a specific astrological timeline, which we'll talk about in a minute. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, in that order, to help you refine, clarify, align your intentional work, your spell work, your manifestation, your law of attraction, whatever your art form is in terms of co-creativity with the divine. Again, so that you do what you came in to do in this lifetime for the well-being of all. Let's look at the astrology. New moon in Cancer, the mother of the zodiac. You know I'm going to be casting on Tuesday, June 28th, 10:52 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, right? Plant the seed for the divine mother of all to conquer and reign. Hello. To then the 2 weeks following, waxing, building, increasing, expanding, manifesting, attracting, to the full moon in Capricorn, Wednesday, July 13th, 2:37 p.m. So it is a general read. It's only 5 cards. Please take what resonates, leave what does not, and check your other signs, because we all have more than one seed of intention we want to see bloom from new to full. And both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace so that you get to fulfill your heart's desires, which are an intricate, irremovable part of the universe's plan. Because the universe always has a plan, no matter how anything appears to be. And may this be a blessing upon all of that and all of life. You ready? Let's do this, my Scorps. I love you. Please take a nice deep breath. Hey, being an archangel ain't an easy gig, but at least I get to work from my home. Still point. Yeah, you're feeling me, Scorps. Pisces moon that I am. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire. What we yearn for, what we burn for, what our hearts desire, I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism to leave in my hand the spell fragment for clarity for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. As I said, their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, the seed to be sown, this new to full. June, July 2022, fertility, which can mean all sorts of different things, symbolically as well as literally. I am a gardener, so I just fertilized my raised beds this morning and watered them down, right? But catch this, let all take root, seed, and sprout, let new life be all about. Perfect for a new moon spread, 5-card draw. But also using the literal idea of planting a seed, bud and sprout, right? Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Literal as well as metaphoric as you may find it. My fixed water signs, my 8th housers, my Scorpios. You know, fertility means so much to so many people. And I mean, honestly, with Roe versus Wade, that word fertility means a lot more than it ever did before. But that can also be in terms of career, work, relationships, right? A fertile field is one that doesn't matter what you plant, it grows. Let's see. Let's bring some earth into this. The Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated on the card, great. You want to go out and get it? Great. Do you need it? No. Clear quartz does everything. Just bring the intention of the Crystal Oracle message into it along with that spell for fertility. And certainly you can use a piece of jewelry. You could tie a string around your finger, just something to bring it into physical form, like a reminder. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North, powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle, the Archangel of Lyons, of which I was named after and apparently serve womb to tomb in this contract. Please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading. What is their element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire of fertility? This new to full June, July 2022. Oh, carnelian. I got a lot of it. I like carnelian. Beautiful, yummy orange stone. Very second chakra dynamic. Usually, I know this one is about creativity because it's come up before. Not hard to find carnelian, and you don't often see it fabricated. It's probably too expensive to fabricate carnelian, because carnelian, though a semi-precious stone, is not a precious stone. It's relatively easy to find. So, the key words, according to Mr. Salerno: healing, creativity, energy, calmness, grounding, and stability. So, to stay grounded, right? To be in the present moment, both feet on the floor if you can. And to bring forth your creativity in terms of fertility does make sense, right? What's the point of fertility if there's something is not created as a result? And again, that's metaphoric as well as literal, right? To create your freedom, to create your liberation, to create your art in this world. This wonderful crystal offers you protection and healing, although those are not, well, healing is one of the key words. So protection and healing. It will help dissolve the sadness you have recently experienced, as well as calm your thoughts and ease any anxiety. Can we just prescribe carnelian for everyone on the planet right now? Not that we need to avoid what's going on, but that we do need to get that sense of groundedness and creativity, and understand that the anxiety is real for the majority of people on planet Earth. I would think carnelian will also help you to express your emotions and stimulate your creativity. So let's be clear. Expressing your emotions, I get it, Scorpio. One of my older brothers is a Scorpio. You never quite know what's going on with him, right? A hidden emotion, it's fine. I'm a Pisces moon, I get it to an extent, although I'm Leo rising, so a little hard to miss what I'm feeling given in any given moment. But that creativity, I've been saying over and over, particularly to my females, my women in my life, it's like, just put your rage into your art. Put your pain into your art. Express it that way. Instead of ripping someone else to shreds, which is what we've been trained to do for, let's face it, millennia, not just centuries. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years, right? To take it out, to allow our pain to take over and hurt people, right? instead using your creativity as a way of healing this. You are encouraged to take up a creative pursuit or hobby at this time. Start to express yourself in whatever way you choose, without judgment. Working with color will be especially helpful at the moment, for color can also help to stabilize and heal your emotions, which is true. In my experience, at least, over the coming days, you will begin to feel a renewed sense of peace, joy, and wonderment for life, giving thanks for the wondrous blessing you are receiving. So, look, this is a 2-week period. So to say, all right, I'm going to start this on the new moon in Cancer, cardinal water, creative water, fertile water, if you really want to go there, to take the time to heal and that protection so that my creativity can take what it is that I am feeling, my pain, my rage, my betrayal. I know it sounds more like a shadow read, but this is about building something inside of yourself, so that the peace that you need comes and the fulfillment. In other words, what do they say? It's not over until it's done. So if it's not done, it's not over. That we all have the opportunity to be so authentic in the truth of who we are right now, but we don't have to do that all in one shot. We can do that gradually, right? Building, being more gentle and tender with ourselves is certainly going to allow us to be more tender and gentle with not just the process, but with those around us who might also be suffering intense pain. Okay, just dropped in from on high. If you are an energy sensitive, if you are an emotional vibrational empath, as most water sign dominant beings are, then you're going to find your compassion being heightened. Just remember, you're not the only one feeling this, and sometimes only 2% of what you're feeling is your own personal content. It can be the people around you, as well as it can be global. Global empathy is a thing. Yeah. So, let's have a look-see into the element of air. The Healing with the Angels Oracle will give you a word or two from the angels to think about, contemplate, right? I've been saying in these readings, look to the original meanings of some of these words. Sometimes you get a more specific thing to your situation personally than just the colloquial meaning of things that we currently accept. As well as these are the names of different healing legions that if we call upon them, because they can't intervene unless we invite, sort of like a vampire, except they give way more than they take. And usually you're not dressed in all black or looking to suck your blood. The angels will come in to help. So take this as it resonates. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, the Gabrielites, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading. What is their element of air to stoke the fire of fertility, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, grounding it with that carnelian creativity and healing and peace and self-expression, helping them heal. Who are the angels waiting in the wings with their wings open at the invitation of the Scorpio to fly in and serve this new to full intention. Now, I'm sure some of you have heard of, read, or seen on TV The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer. Very transformative thing for me, and that was really his reflections on the work of Abraham Hicks, if you go back far enough. He talked a lot about Jerry and Esther back in the day, Goddess rest his soul. But intention is a combination of the answer to two questions. What do I want? And why do I want it? Everybody thinks they know what they want, and even then they can be very, very vague, which is understandable with what's going on planet Earth to sort through all that. But why you want it is the motivation, and that determines the quality of the energy of the intention, the spell, whatever. So I use this as an example because I've taught witchcraft for decades, and intentional work as a result. I want a lover. That's the what. Everybody does. Unless you don't, which I understand that completely, Virgo that I am. But why do you want it? Because I'm lonely and... Sown in those seeds are a lot of disappointment. But it's from this place that's like, I don't know, I'd like to see what it's like to partner up with somebody and to share my ideas and my creativity with a lover, and my stuff touch, and have some fun. You can feel the motivations are different, but don't lie to yourself about your intentions, because your energy field knows what your intentions, regardless of what your third eye acknowledges. Right? So be very honest with yourself. Make sense with this, and a creative process of writing out what you want and why you want it might be the very thing to help you clarify your intention, so that the fertility that you want, and remember, fertility is like a huge issue on planet Earth right now in terms of pregnancy, right? So this, even if, you know, you're in a male body, not planning on procreating. I mean, I'm a gay male. I'm Neptune in Scorpio, but not Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Certainly, I'm looking at my fertility in terms of my art and my service into this world, and my intention is really simple. Let's manifest paradise, planet Earth, wrap up this contract, and go home. But we got to bring home here to do that. Great. Let's take another hot second to work on that, shall we? Finally, your element of water, my water signs, the Whispers of Love Oracle, the party turner deck. This is where often the party doth get turned. We got the True Love card in here, the Romance card, but there are no womp-womps in this deck. There's no downers in the Whispers of Love Oracle. So let's ask the higher selves of all involved. May or may not be another person involved here. This might be a solo read, but only you can know that. So let's see what they have to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, that's different. That's a bit calmer. Still point. Yeah, as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this, reading their element of water, the energy in motion that we experience as emotion, the juice, right? Putting the love, putting the heart into this intentional work with this element of fire for fertility, carnelian in earth, calling in the healing angels of intention to help them intentionally heal and heal their intentions this new to full June, July 2022. It's the F word, forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if you can't love them anymore, nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. No, let's unpack that. That is so much easier said than done. Look, I am a student and teacher of A Course in Miracles, and if they called it A Course in Forgiveness, which is what it actually is, quantum forgiveness, not Newtonian physics, quantum physics, unity rather than subject and object, it's all one. Then, you know, if they called it the Course in Forgiveness, no one would read it, because we have, the ego cannot forgive. The soul only forgives, and the personality is caught in between those. Devil on one shoulder, angel on the other, so to speak. So just our own process of forgiveness. The truth is that we are divine spirits manifested as immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies. We're all of that. It's very Russian doll. It's very Natasha Lyons. I love that. I love her. I love Russian doll. But that we came here for this experience. And in the higher realms, there's no need for forgiveness, because we see it all, right? We get it all. But down here in the game, it's the means through which our healing takes place. According to Course in Miracles, and I've experienced this directly, there is no healing without forgiveness, and certainly there is no happiness without forgiveness. However, the versions of forgiveness that we have been taught are incredibly wicked, toxic. Well, be the bigger person and let them do it to you again. Oh, the fungal. No way. No, I did not become a witch to have people repeat offend on my chakras. Thank you very much. But that also means I have to look at my own rage, my own hatred, my own lead inside, and cut myself some breaks, right? A great Matt Kahn, he's the next card down, but in his book, The Universe Always Has a Plan, 10 Golden Rules of Letting Go, there is one on forgiveness. And the mantra goes a little something along, I allow all those who blame and have wronged me to be forgiven. In forgiving, I am set free. And it's a process. So maybe your creativity here is about venting some of your pain, some of your anger, some of your rage, putting it into creative form with the ultimate intention of setting yourself free through forgiving, because this isn't our first time on the planet, and it's not my first time on the planet. I think I've been here since Lemuria sank, to be honest. Moo, right? Since Moo sank. Sounds like a band. Moo sank. So, of course, trying to manifest fertility and creativity for all of us right now is a bit fraught, because if the balance of lead to gold is more lead than gold, good luck. But if we can gently let go of past disappointments, understanding that, yes, as powerful and painful as heartbreak and disappointment can be, because they're pretty much the same thing, same emotional frequency, in my opinion, and experience, then we can really heal. We can alchemize from lead to gold and then have more fertile soil. You with me? I think you are. Last card down, as I mentioned, from Matt Kahn, the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck, just got his new book. It's so intense about holding space for people. I'm like, okay, start holding space for myself a little bit more. Really good. It's called All for Love. Check it out. And his documentary that they put out made me cry my eyes out. It was so good. All right, the card of spirit. The energy, right? The voltage to charge this thing. So you get a carnelian or something similar. Cast for fertility, calling in the healing angels of intention with an intention to forgive, at least to start with yourself, right? Or maybe the people that you love, right? You don't have to start with the patriarchy, right? Like, start where you're meant to start. This would be the mantra that every day, do it a little bit to help you create and maintain this fertility that you're desiring. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the Ascended Masters of intention and fertility, because that's what is on the table here, right? So how can you plant a seed if your intention's a little wonky? So please, one card in clarity, my beloved Ascended Masters, for the Scorpio Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra? Make it specific, make it clear, make it incisive and decisive for them, so that they sit back and go, whoa, I can do that. That makes sense. All right, let it click for them. The spirit to charge the spell for fertility with carnelian intention and forgiveness. This new to full June into July 2022. Illuminating the truth. This is my clairvoyant mantra. I am willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome. Now, I will say, if we're looking at past disappointments, that's because we had an attachment to an outcome. We thought it was going to go a certain way, and part of the human experience, no question. But if it is indeed true that everything changes, but it can only change to make us better, from the soul's point of view, the ego hates it. Again, the personality has to choose as it goes. Then for the personality to say, I am willing, throat chakra, to see things third eye clearly, no matter the outcome, then you're creating a certain level of clarity, illuminating the truth. And truth does equal light, right? That's why things are being brought out into the light on planet Earth. Have you noticed? You maybe have. Right? Turn on the TV, right? All this hidden stuff for ancestral enmity, right? Racial discord, the misogyny, all of that's been boiling beneath the surface and not so beneath the surface for millennia, boiling up to the surface so that it can be healed in the light of day, right? Justice. You can see this play out on the planet, obviously, in terms of ecology, economy, on and on and on. So as a Scorpio, this is giving you the opportunity to do some inside work and some creativity for yourself so that the plants that you seed are really in alignment with your highest honor and intention, which again, nobody needs to know about. You're a Scorpio. You're allowed to keep this to yourself and play these cards close to your chest. let's read you what Matt Kahn, the magnificent Matt Kahn, has to say about illuminating the truth. And I use this mantra almost like a dirge some days. I am willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome, so I don't burn down the village. When truth is illuminated, you are no longer willing to settle for opinions, hello, but instead yearn for a direct reflection that can shift fear and apprehension into higher vibrations of acceptance. Now let's unpack that, right? So with what's going on, just Roe versus Wade, we could pick a billion other different things, right? War in Ukraine, God, we could go in so many different directions with this. To say, okay, fear and apprehension, got it. So bring to me a clairvoyant reflection, right? A synchronicity, a clue, a tip, a hint here, so that I can move into a more clear place of truth instead of my own opinion or anybody else's about what this is all about pour moi, right? For me personally. I lost my spot because that was really powerful. Into higher vibrations of acceptance. Okay. In the illumination of truth, it doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced or disrupted. I know. Tell me about it. Instead, the recognition of fact versus falsehood allows you to move past the shattering of expectations to commune with the reality beyond the horizon of your ingrained ideas. And that's when you plant a seed. And the seed comes up as something different than you expected, right? Expectations. I am willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome, allows you a freedom with this to take the journey and experience something beyond what? The horizon of our ingrained ideas, which have been set into place by our ancestors for millions of years. I don't know how far back you want to go, right? Og and Grog, the cave people, Captain Caveman. How far back do you want to go? And these are the things, these genetic ancestral patterns that are not who we are. They're written into the DNA. We're not our body. We are the eternal spirit, right? And Scorpios, you know that on a deep level. And you came into this life to kind of clear this stuff up, but it begins with you. This mantra is ideal for recovering from betrayal. Really now? I think that's across the board. Healing abandonment. We'll unpack that another day. And dealing with distrust. Oh, my sisters in particular, I feel you. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put it all together in what one of my magnificent patrons on Patreon is called the Blessimation. It's a blessing and a summation. So we'll do that, and we do the blessings for real here on Drawing the Circles channel, YouTube channel, et al. And then we'll chat a little bit at the end, and I'll release the Scorpio Collective, and maybe some goofy will come out, though it feels a little odd to be goofy on camera considering what's going on planet Earth. I have to say, if you're given the choice between laughter and tears, choose laughter, because there are times you can't do anything but cry. And I cried a lot this week for my sisters in all forms. Please take a nice deep breath. Clear that throat chakra. One more. Still clearing out a head cold, folks. Still point. Yeah, there we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. Excuse me. You try doing all that deep breath with a head cold. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine from my beloved Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to really manifest what they need to manifest this new moon to full illuminating the truth, because they can be willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome, and in that clarity may come the very forgiveness, the very alchemical element that they need, because nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. And we'll throw into that heartbreak, of course, calling on the healing angels of intention in their element of air, through prayer, through meditation, through study, through mantra, whatever that might be, to clarify for themselves not just what they want, but why they want it, and that it match the dictate of the soul instead of the demands of the ego, working with that carnelian vibe, because there is healing, there is grace, there is creativity, there is peace, there is transformation here as new wonderful things are coming for them in terms of seed planted with this fertility that they yearn for, that they burn for, that their hearts desire. So may all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about in all ways, for the high best ways, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. There you go. There you go. I mean, I want this for everybody. I want everybody to manifest the seeds they want to manifest, to have the fertility that they need, everything that they need to manifest their own personal paradise on planet Earth, therefore infecting the quantum field with unconditional, pure, true unity and love for the well-being of all. So, if the video made sense, hit the thumbs up, help the other Scorpios find it. And if you want more of me on YouTube, easy enough, subscribe. Just hit the subscribe, and I recommend the notification bell, because I put these out when they're done, unless I'm on a strict schedule, which I'm trying not to do so much anymore. And certainly, if you want the deeper experience of Mark Angelo Lyons Mel for short, come Patreon on Patreon. Pretty much every other morning or so, I'm chatting on a live stream, talking about the day's lunar astrology magic application and just what's going on. A lot of exclusive content over there that nobody else gets to see, as well as a lot of the magic, miracles, and mysticism that they get to see before everybody else in the rest of the world. So do come Patreon on Patreon. Gods know I'm worth it. And if you'd like to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box to a YouTube video called Booking a Reading with Mal. It explains everything for you before, during, and after that you need to know to book me, as well as how to prepare yourself and ground yourself afterwards. So I guess that's about it. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed. Reach out should you need help, and put your creativity into action, my beloved Scorps, my 8th housers. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.